Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Okay, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. I saw this video the brother had posted on his YouTube page, man, from South Carolina, just talking about the women and just how they're just constantly in a state of being out of order, man. And when I saw it, it really triggered me, man, because personally, I'm tired of seeing this weapon, this gun just be put on this pedestal, man, here in Babylon the Great. Now us, as we're going through the process, all right, of coming back to our power, we've, acquired some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of history. All right. So we understand that the Lord gave this man, Esau Edom, all right, this blessing, which was, the sword and the fatness of the earth. All right. All right. So we understand that as it relates to him. I don't personally understand why they're sitting up out here. First and foremost, I was unaware in 2023 that women didn't have the right to go out and purchase a weapon if they wanted to. So I don't know why they're doing this. And I'll tell you why. This is all going back to attention seeking, pride, puffed up. They're all in this spirit of I am woman, hear me roar. And everybody's just sick of it. Everybody is, first and foremost, their brothers, which is us, are sick of their shit. All right. And the other nations are starting to see this stuff, man. How the so-called, especially the black woman, man. All right. I'm just sick of it, man. Look at the pride that's on these people's face, man. Let's get to these precepts. Make these points, man. This is Job 39 and we'll hit 17. Because Yahweh hath deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. So we got to remember, and especially when we're talking about women, all right, remember the order that the Lord set up. Yahweh Shai, the man, the woman, the child. The woman just got a serious problem with that, especially our women, all right. And there's wisdom in obedience towards Yahweh by Hashem and Yahweh Shai's law, statutes, and commandments. That order is a commandment, all right, for us to abide in. But you got this woman, she just studied, just hopping, doing any and everything she can possibly do, all right, just so she won't have to, fall up under a man. Okay, but hey, the Bible is telling us, man, that the Lord have deprived this creature, this woman, of wisdom, all right, and understanding. She don't know, all right, the totality of what we're involved in. All Eve really see is the here and now. And I've been just listening to different men just complain about women, and I can agree to what this brother said in this video concerning women, especially the women that I deal with. For me, it just seems like a woman, especially here in Babylon the Great, it just seems like she can't sit the hell down, especially younger women. It's like a woman is just constantly just wired to be on go. Like she see the world like different than men do. It's like a way bigger, brighter world. Every single thing that a woman do, it's just like, this is it. From putting on makeup to going on a punk trip. And a good example of what I mean by that, how a woman's, she see the world different and bigger and brighter than a man, and it more exciting, okay, is like a while back, a female I was talking to, she had a so-called birthday, and I don't know if this was during the pandemic or right after, some around that time or whatever. And she sent me a video, or she showed me a video of her so-called birthday night in the club, and it was just dead in that guy. All right, it was a couple females swaying side to side with heels on and little tight dresses, of course. Niggas just standing around, and it looked just so dead up in there. But in her mind, she got on this sparkly dress, freakum dress is what we used to call them, and it just looked like she was just having a time of her life, man, just because she had on this dress that, she seen on TV. And to me, in my eyes, like, this is crap. I would have had a better time chilling at the crib, with the fam and the homies, and we could have stayed at home and threw a party or whatever. compared to that crap. But in a woman, man, she's just she thinks she just doing the most. Like, this is it, man. And I said all that to say, man, look here. I'm personally tired of this gun shit, and I'm personally tired of our women. That's the whole point of this epistle, man. And we'll get straight into this, man. What's really going on and what's really about to happen. All right, Isaiah 32, verse 2. Now, the reason why I brought that up, okay, is because we're coming into a time of great trouble here upon the earth, especially here in the U.S. All right, Babylon the Great. And it's about to be a lot of chaos, a lot of bloodshed, man, a lot of hurt, anguish, okay, like the earth has never seen before. And all we're simply doing is warning our people, hey, men and women and children, respectively. All right, but what is the woman doing? Is she, hearkening to the words of Yahweh Bahashim and Hawashai, humbling herself, getting, and trying to get in that position to receive salvation, which will be, under a man of Yahweh Bahashim and Hawashai? Absolutely not. Eve, she don't want to do that. It's too much, there's too much light, right? She don't want to submit, man. People have a problem with being servants. You see, we're teaching y'all and showing y'all how it's done. We have no problem being servants to Malak Yahawashi, Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi. We're servants. We're slaves. All right. They have dominion over us. You see how easy that is? I'm a servant to the Lord. All right. I'm a servant. Humble servant. Slave. They own us. They tell us what to do. You see that? And that's the wisdom that we have. And we know if we follow his program, we know one day here pretty soon, we're going to be rewarded for it. And we'll be able to have everything, man. We'll look better. We'll have more substance, man. We'll have powers, man. We'll have great families, dominion, power. All right. That's what's coming to us. We'll be rewarded with these things. And that's just some of the things that we know. All right. What is the point that Eve is bucking up? What reward is she going to get? Obviously, she's not wise enough to know that she's going to get seen about. That is the whole point. All right. This woman has been deprived of wisdom and understanding. She is a fool. She don't know nothing. All right. But play, pretend. Eve ain't nothing but a pretender. Saw one of them girls out there. When I first seen the video, I thought that was a dude. The second one coming from, we'll see, running back, I thought that old girl that had that short hair was a dude. She out there with a sniper rifle. She got a shotgun, Draco, you know what I mean? Nines. This is crazy, man. Like, instead of like, where their men at? Like, first of all, like, talking to a woman, you can't tell her nothing. I'm going to tell you and I'm going to ask you, my sister, even if you got a gun in a man or whatever, I'm going to say to you, what type of world are you living at where you have to have a carry a gun around? We know y'all not about that life, because you know how I know you're not about that life. Look at what the MF you're wearing. All right. That's not war stuff. You guys are trying to be dolled up and have a killing instrument in your hand. It don't make sense. It don't add up. Y'all look like y'all are pretenders. Look at what they're wearing, bro. Real gangster. All right, real warriors. They're gonna be suited and booted. All right, we don't have time to put on makeup, do our hair, and all that other shit when it's wartime. So we know y'all are just out here faking the funk, just looking for attention, and everybody's tired of it. Live by this shit, you gonna die by this shit. Straight up, it's getting late in the day. You got the prophets of Yahweh Shem Hawashai fighting for the nation's salvation. Well, the hopeful elect, at least, still warning the rest of the nation, hey, to repent. We got a power that'll fight for us and lay these motherfuckers out if they ever decide to buck up against us, man. But look at Eve. Nope, this is disgusting. And I've look, man. I've always, tried to fight for Eve, man, through the spirit, maybe, and have mercy, because, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We know that we're in our captivity. We know that Eve had all these ideals, throw upon her because of our captivity, feminism, hate the man, and of course we know this is all, in relation to the curses placed upon us in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, us being against each other. But good gracious, you got to draw the line somewhere. So when you hear the brothers, especially of Great Millstone, saying, hey, the majority of the women here in the U.S., all right, Babylon the Great, not going to make it. And a lot of them are going to come from, other places throughout the earth. I'm all for it. Show mercy to one. I got one that I've, marked through the spirit of power, Yahweh Hashem and Hawashai, and prayed that, to be mine and take away her reproach. And, but it's getting late in the day. I could care less. We really could care less in relation to serving Yahweh Hashem and Hawashai and getting our reward about a woman. We know, like, the wisdom and understanding, they'll be there in the kingdom, whether, they make it this go round or not. So you're really not that important. All right, walk around here with a sniper rifle. What is this, man? And then when it really pop off, all right, you're not really built for that. And you know what I'm saying? You got an attitude. She'll pop off and she'll probably pop that gun. But you see, there's a difference between being a man and a woman. We're programmed to be able to do this, as men, day in, day out. If you just want to show out and show a little bit of power, you don't want to be laid out in the bushes day in, day out, getting bit up. You want to go put on makeup and dresses just like you're doing now. If you was really about that, y'all been out there in sweatpants and hoodies or something, It's not adding up, man. You're not a warrior. You're not a guy. All right. And when this great tribulation pop off, you see you got all these migrants coming in. You see they're going to war over there in the Middle East, man. Oh, it's gonna come here pretty soon, man. And the Wadi Hawashim Hawashai when it do, man. Cause he gonna let loose on your behind. And this is Isaiah 32 and verse 2. And this is what we're trying to tell our women, but they don't want to hear this because they don't want to be classified as a servant, as something weaker than, it's very simple. They're the ones that put, emphasis on the fact that men are stronger than women. All right. We don't care. It's some weirdo dudes out there for sure. You know what I mean? But majority of men, we don't care about being stronger or having dominion over the woman like the woman does, man. It's a natural thing. We want y'all to be softer and weaker than us, man. This is something that's instilled in us. They don't. They want to be equal and greater than a man, man. So they're bucking up constantly, especially our women, and especially the women of the Southern Kingdom, and especially the women coming from the tribe of Judah. All right, the so-called Negro woman, she is completely out of control. All right, and I'm just sick of it. And again, especially that gun, which is Esau blessing, and the black woman. Oh man, that's a terrible combination. But in relation to Jacob's trouble, Isaiah 32, in verse 2, and a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. All right, so that is what we're trying to tell y'all, man. You got to be with a man of the Lord, man, to be protected. It's saying, a man shall be a hiding place. So what have people done? All right, especially the woman, instead of respecting the Lord, okay, and his law, statutes, and commandments, okay, to be with a man, period, and especially a man of Yahweh Shema Hawashai, they decide to, I'll just get an alarm system. Now, some women had their husbands, pass away, you know what I mean? And I'm more understanding to that. But a lot of women, they just out here just, they can't keep a man because they unruly, or they just, just too puffed up. But they're going to get a lawn system, probably an animal, and a sword, and that is what they have their faith in, okay? And this is the whole real point of the lesson, is that our people talk a good game, but they don't have no true faith in our power. The Wada Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai for blessing us with the gift of faith, all right, to actually believe in this, man, because they don't believe in the Lord, and they sure, if they don't believe in Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai and the power thereof, they damn sure don't believe in the man, okay? And we've been in our captivity so long. Of course, they don't see, the benefit of being with us. Who cares? All right, we're going to make a fool out of you guys, man, when this thing pop off. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man, everybody, not just, our women, but everybody that bucked up against us, man, thus saith Yahweh Shema Hawashai when he justified his hopeful elect, man. All right. But they don't have faith in the Lord. They got faith. all right, in that sword. All right, and their own abilities, man. Okay, they're not praying to the Lord right now because they see these things happening. What are they doing? They're going taking up guns, man. Hey, man, hey. Let me tell you something, and half of them motherfuckers ain't even like going through nothing. Let me tell you something. I live in a neighborhood that got less than about 50 houses, man. I live in a subdivision. And you know, between uh last about like 3 years. I mean, we had like 4 or 5 murders here. You know, a couple down the street, the house, you know, right behind me, and I still don't have no sword, man. Not saying that you know that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying I don't trust in that, man. I stay by myself. You understand me? And people, man, these little dudes be breaking in cars around here. We catch them on our cameras and stuff, and I still, you know, trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. I see the chariots outside of my dwelling place, buddy. All right, little shawty, you know, y'all don't. Y'all, you know, and then when it really pops out, because like I say, I mean, what can a woman really do once those bullets run out? They, you know, and they definitely not really gonna be strapped like Rambo, strapped like some of these dudes. They just want to have that sword on them so they won't have to submit to a man. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. You know, and this is why it's so important for us to listen and obey the Lord. If you would just be with a man of the Lord, first of all, the Lord is going to protect that man and that woman, that household, because that man is serving, you know, the Lord. So a lot of the times, most of this stuff won't even happen. It won't even be an issue if that man is serving the Lord. So what are we doing? All right, Eve wants to be a pretender. That's what she's doing. Let's pretend, and let's be puffed up, and let's all get together and act like we know how to use these guns. You know, do these little punk ass ranges. Let me tell you something. Like I said, I've been in the military. I've seen it, especially in an SF unit. You know, rarely are they just standing there, you know, shooting stationary targets. It's either that target's moving, they're moving, or a combination of the two, man. Eve think, you know, she can shoot because she's shooting at paper targets, you know, all at the range, and thinking, you know, that's going to save her from this great tribulation. So she won't have to submit to a man and be a servant, you know, to that man. Hey, good luck with that. We'll see how that works out for you. Again, we're servants. So Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Eve, what are you? You just out here like a chicken with your head cut off. All right. And hey, man, they finna, well, I don't know how to say that. Finna come on, the roosters, the finna come home to roost, whatever that shit is. They finna get judged. All right, but let's get into these precepts though. Let's go to Proverbs. Now here's our defense mechanism. All right. And I mean, I thought about it, man, but I wanted to utilize my faith, man, and just see how much the Lord will protect me, man. If I don't have that sword, I don't like the sword, you know, and there's no law against, you know, us having it, a sword on us, and things like that, owning a sword. But for me, because I had that wisdom and understanding a little bit, going back to Esau Edom and his blessing, I don't want to use it, man. I want the Lord to, you know, bless me with, you know, spiritual power. You know, I want to show these people who our power is, you know, um, by the protection that the Lord is going to provide us via that spiritual power, man. I don't want to raise up a Esau's weapon. Looks crazy. I want to show. I want to, you know, I want a war, right? But I want, you know, it to be under Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, and for righteousness, man. Not like what they got going on with these guns, man. All right, because it's nothing to really go out and purchase a weapon or acquire a weapon. You know, because I mean, come on, man, it gets real violent where I'm at. I don't know how everybody else living, but man, I live in a poor, kind of poor city, man. So it ain't nothing but just depression around here, man. So hey, I definitely have thought about it, and then I went back to my faith, and hey, I got faith that hey, whatever, if first and foremost, the Lord won't bring somebody to my door to kick in my door. Okay, at least especially now before, you know, Jacob's trouble. That's it. That I don't need a gun. You know, I don't need a weapon. Like I got real faith, and I thank the Lord for it. But that's real faith because I stay by myself, and just because I'm a man doesn't mean it doesn't get I'm not circumspect of what's going on outside my door, man. You know, it's real dangerous over here, especially with those murders. Everybody can't say they got murders in their neighborhood like that. Quit lying, boy. Ain't nobody died in your hood like that. Stop playing. And I still ain't got no sword, bro. And this nigga's dying around me. You understand me? And I done been to war 3 times, and I still don't own the sword. And it's all really because of the faith that I have and Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, man. All right, but here's the next precept, Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, is a strong tower. All right, the righteous runneth into it and is safe. So there's our safety, buddy. And it ain't, it's a combination of knowing the names, but, being predestined for that salvation. All right. We know those names and we believe in the power. All right. We believe in existence. All right. And the power that they hold. Okay. And we utilize these names by uttering it with our mouths or our mind, man. Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. And that is a strong tower. And if we call upon Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, we shall be safe. All right. We don't have to depend on our hand-to-hand combat skills. Okay. If it comes down to that, again, that's what the Lord is there for, to bless us, and show our hands and teach our hands to war, whatever it may be. Now we believe through the Spirit we're gonna get spiritual power, throw tanks, throw helicopters, fly, teleport. All those things sound silly. Our people look, and when we say it, people think it sounds so silly, but they love to watch it, in movies, man. Those Marvel movies, I like them, some of them. Those Marvel movies are some of the highest grossing movies, in the world, man. People are obsessed with, spiritual powers, man. Dragon Ball Z, all that anime stuff. People love that, man. And then, but when we say it, they want, it's funny. We sound crazy then, you done spent, I mean, the earth billions and billions of dollars, going to see these movies and buying these movies. But when the prophets say it, through the Spirit, they just laugh at us. They think we're crazy, and then they go right back to, worshiping that sword instead of the power, man. They ain't fooling me. They worship that gun, man. That's what and it's just, this gun has been placed on the pedestal. You just got to be observant. Look at all the movies and the movie posters, for even from back in the day, man. And how many movie posters do you see with guns on the front of it, man? It's just ridiculous. Women, just running around here. It's just ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I've absolutely just had it. I'm at my wit's end about it, man. This is Proverbs 1, verse 26. Hey, man. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh, man. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. All right. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. Then they shall call upon me, and I will not answer. This, the Lord is telling us these things, man. Through the Spirit. These same people, name it, since I'm talking about the woman that trusted in that sword, that went out and got her little training, bought her little gun, bought her little bullets. Okay, when it goes down and they really dealing with the real judgment of the Lord that they can't escape, and they not gonna be able to shoot their way out of some of these situations. Do you not know? Because we prophesied plagues, man. What are you gonna do? See, that's just one, issue, okay, in Jacob's trouble will be the people. All right, there's storms coming, there's a famine coming, there's wild beast coming. All right, and they're what we call biblical plagues, man. If you don't know what happened in ancient Egypt, why are we having this conversation? You got to study to show yourself approved, so you should know how it went in ancient Egypt with the plagues, man. What you gonna do? How could you shoot Eve, if the Lord plagues your freaking dwelling place with, it don't take much either. And the Lord, he did it big. But just give me, for real, you could clear out a whole building of women with probably a lizard, a cockroach, and a tarantula. You could clear the whole building out. What you gonna do when the Lord really, puts thousands upon thousands of creeping things in your dwelling place. That's what he did in ancient Egypt. The frogs, yeah, you remember the plague of the frog? They were everywhere. They were in the ovens. They were in their buried chambers. All right, everywhere. Everywhere. So, hey, man, it's gonna happen again, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Hawashai. You can't shoot your way out of that. And that's what I'm hoping, happens to Eve, man. I don't want to give Eve the satisfaction of putting nobody to death, man. Like, and I feel personally about it, because deep down I know that anybody, now, first and foremost, we know that it is the Lord that killeth and the Lord that maketh alive. Make no mistake about it. All right, operator level, it is hard to watch anybody, especially a woman, and especially the women of our nation, have that much power. I said it. When I see that, and when I see, people, with guns, man, I clearly understand that that is a killing instrument, and when I see it, it just screams power, doesn't it? So, it's like all these women, because of Esau's blessing and because of, this BS, those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, she kind of cute, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 freaking women. Those 18 women, all right, have the power in their hands to take lives of many men if the Lord willed that, and that's what I'm saying, man. The gun, the modern day sword, is too much power. Right, all you have to do, it's not like having an actual sword where you got to feel that contact and you got to swing that thing and rip out, rip open flesh, from close distance, man. You could lay a large amount of people out in a very short amount of time by simply, pulling your finger back. You know what I'm saying? It's too much power. And with a woman, we know that she is attracted to that power. So that's why she is so into going out and buying these guns, because it's power, it's protection. Okay. But again, what we're teaching them is this is not going to work. They think that they're slick, because again, I'm going to say it again. The gun, it is power and it is protection. Now, again, I stated that disclaimer about who's really in charge of the killing and making alive. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right. But just carnally looking at this, operator level, these are all, these women got the potential, man, if the Lord not with us, to get one off on us, man. And that's not good, man. We got to humble these women, man. These women need to be humbled, man. And them getting these guns, them getting to this bag, getting this money, it ain't helping nothing. So all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the day that he bring these women down. Look at them. I know you, brother. Even the little cute one, even the little cute one in the middle, not going for it. You stay right here in Babylon the Great and burn up because she kind of cute or whatever. Not going for it. You got that big ass gun, go, Go, lay up with the damn gun. You know what I mean? You're not looking for no man. You wanna? It's crazy. Like I can't. She got a sniper rifle. Oh my god, what's she gonna do with that sniper rifle? I guarantee you that shit. She look kind of strong now. She gonna blow back in your face. But yeah, man, it's just crazy. I leave it at that, man. I'm just vexed out, man. All right, vexed out, being that we live this each and every day as men. All right, and then out on this video, he went into how women are always saying they don't need men. They don't need men. This is kid shit. That's not wise, man, to think like that. All right. No matter what type of strife we have between the genders, you got to be wise enough to know that we need each other. Much as I hate what's going on with our women, the modern day woman here in Babylon the Great, the western side of the world, I know that I still need a decent woman. I'm not weak to let these people play me just because things are out of control, to disregard the order that the Lord has already established. The Lord didn't make a mistake when he put that order and say, hey, it's not good for man to be alone. All right, so we're supposed to be together, man. So all this, I don't need a man, we don't need man. And then Art went in, in his video just showing you how much men have done, from being police, military, farmers, construction workers. Most of all the shit here is built by men. Women sprinkled in here and there. Okay, and we're not boasting in that. The men not boasting in that, like, oh yeah, look at us. It's just a natural thing. But guess who is boasting in their weakness? The woman. I am woman, hear how weak I am, hear me roar. A pretender. And we know that they're pretending because this kind of stuff don't fly when it comes, to men versus men. Any type of disrespect, especially certain environments. Let's take prison or the county jail for one. Disrespect is, the tolerance for that is extremely low. Eve will talk about you like a dog, put her hands on you, have you locked up, all type of stuff. Let you even look at a dude the wrong way, call a dude a B or a vagina, and up in them cells, man, and see how it work out for you, man. It's just countless stories. Nobody that's been to jail or prison that have seen fights or had to fight, they know this, man. YouTube it, all those brothers, that have been to jail, they gonna tell you, bro. What that dude named OG Percy, he was talking about a bunch of stories, man. But man, he's talking about like how he had to fight this old dude, man, this old big, OG dude, man, and he punched him, and it didn't bother the dude at all, man. And he got up, the dude that he hit got up, took a pencil, and he either jammed it in his eye or jammed it up his nose. You see what I'm talking about? You see how violent men are, and that was, you know what I mean? That was nothing, bro. Eve do a lot worse, and she get away with all of it, man, for the most part, and that's what's vexing us out. The fact that she is getting, now we know she's not going to get away, but right now she's getting away. It's like she's running off on us. She running off. She like throwing toilet paper and eggs at somebody's house and they're gone. So they think it good. She gone, you gone. She taking off. She done threw eggs at all the men Israel, clowning us, mocking us, pointing and laughing, and she gone. She taking off. Hey, but hey, that's why we serve the Lord, man, so that he will fight these battles and utterly slay our enemies. And hey, this woman is making it plain and clear, and it is what it is at this point, that she's our enemy, man. We don't care. Eve has no idea how the world is going to be when men aren't chasing women, when it's actually wartime. She ain't never experienced that in this life, especially here in Babylon the Great. All they know is, internet crap, dress up and, dance and twerk and shake and gyrate. That's all they know. They don't know nothing about no damn war and no struggling, Jake has been living pretty freaking good here in Babylon the Great. Even if he in the projects, he got a roof over his head. That's better than being absolutely homeless. Living in the project, you can fix that place up, man. In the project, get you a little garden. Especially the old people that's in the projects, they got their little gardens. Jake living good over here in Babylon the Great. They ain't living good as it relates to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. You understand me? But they all spoiled. I did a lesson on that a couple days ago, man. Our people are spoiled, man. So because they're spoiled and because they have all these things, man, they don't really have to serve Yahweh by Hashem and Yahweh Shai. They don't care about listening to the prophets. Shoot, man. Bring this out in Genesis, man, and we'll wrap it up. But just going back, for if you don't know, all right, how this thing popped off, the blessing that Isaac gave his sons, man, Esau and Jacob. And this is a part of the blessing that Isaac gave Esau. Okay. And Isaac, his father, answered, this is Genesis 27, and we'll start at 39. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. So that's the riches of the earth, man. All right. And we see Esau, Edom, has that. It's all type of islands and stuff that we don't even know exist, that this man know exists, man. He can build islands. Shit. Got machines that can just build islands, man. All right. And of the dew of heaven from above. And here's the main point. And by the sword shalt thou live. I'm not going to go and read the rest of it because that's the point. All right. He was blessed with the fatness of the earth. All right. and the sword which he lives by. All right. And our people are taking hold, all right, to this man's, trait, being a man of the field, being a man that lives by the sword, not a spiritual man. All right. Living carnally like that is something for Esau. We're spiritual. Okay. Or supposed to be. So look at our women, man. They living by the sword. They're trusting in the sword. They're not trusting in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because if they were, they would have a man. All right. If they were really, sincere, decent women, the Lord would provide them with a man. And they won't have to worry about that. Women they really sleep on the protection aspect of just being with somebody, period, bro. It's crazy to want to be alone at this time that we're in upon the earth. Everybody needs their alone time. Don't get it twisted. Some people spend way too much time together, and you gotta duck off and be by yourself a lot, man. But hey, going back to wisdom, you gotta be wise enough to know that we need each other. We need each other as a whole strong freaking nation, from the man, the woman, and the children. The children be obedient in order they grow up to be strong, wise adults. All right, the women, they're great helps, man. Without the woman, because it's just certain stuff that women can do that we just can't, bro. Breastfeeding, all right, just how. Even if Eve, some of these women are terrible mothers. Let's not get it twisted, but man, Eve can be like in the hood, like a real hood rat type chick, man. But I watch like their spirit when it comes to children, like the way that they talk, it's so natural. Look, doing all that little tink tink, all that stuff when the kid's a baby, when the child's a little infant, and how they have this strength, man, to carry these children, any and everywhere they go if they have to, man. You've seen women pushing shopping carts, grocery full of groceries, and carrying this child, or, running with the child, and things like that, man. And just naturally knowing, how to take care of that child when it's sick, and, all that, man. That is, your glory right there, Eve. That is your bread and butter, man. That is what you do. Let us do all this hard, manual labor, physical labor, man. That's what we supposed to do, warring and all that old stuff. But hey, it is what it is. Eve, you want to be a man, guess what? You're going to get treated like one. And every time Eve gets treated like a man, here comes the masses talking about women inequality. All right, talking about men are predatorial towards women. That the incident that happened on the train when that girl got raped and nobody did anything about it when she got attacked, and everybody just stood there and watched. There were other men there, and they just stood there and watched. Well, that's what we're telling is coming to the woman. All right, we can't help you, Eve. You rejected the help. Now we don't give a flying flip. Good luck with that, and you're gonna see what it feels like to be a man, but to actually be a female. All right, but to get harsh judgment as a man, somebody gonna beat the living breaks off of you, bro. Man, it's been instances, man, talking about the guys, man, dudes have took other dudes' gun and beat the hell out of them with it, man. So I don't think that, and the Lord not gonna let that happen anyway, man. Sure, man, you better believe, man, if you're a sucker dude, then the Lord probably is gonna allow a female to put your ass to death, man. You understand me? But for the Lord's hopeful elect, man, and the Lord not gonna do that, man, because he's not gonna give Eve that type of power, because guess what? It'll be time for judgment. It's not time to be puffed up. Eve would have been done her job in relation to stressing us out and oppressing us, man, because we got to remember how we got into this situation, man. It was because of our transgressions against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that the Lord let the woman get above us. Now she's above us, running over, stepping on our necks. Ain't no need to sugarcoat it. Real men, we're not going for it, but it's still that, they got their foot on our freaking necks, man. But my favorite chapter, my favorite verse, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1-6, the fact that it's a time for everything upon the earth, time to mourn, a time to cry. All right, and And we're coming into a time where a lot of people are about to cry. It's not going to be a time of peace. It's not going to be a time of partying and eating and drinking and being merry. All right. It's going to be a time to hunker down. Hopefully you got some type of family. You didn't reject having a family, children, husband, Eve. Okay. Because you're going to be out here by yourself, man. And your homegirls ain't going to be able to help you. All right. But there's going to be a time for humility. So Eve ain't going to be getting off like she getting off now. All right. The Lord is going to be dealing with her. See, we went first, and, you know, us as men. That's why you see so many men being put to death versus women while they're trying to lie. All right. That's why you see more men in prison than women, when the women out number us at least 2-1, at least. And we being generous, man. So why are they talking all this women's right, women are oppressed, when it's actually us, man? You know, we the ones catching all the hell. Anything happen to them, then a Asian woman, you know, they want to protest and all type of shit, you know. But hey, man, I was just disgusted. You know, I was just disgusted. This really was just a rant through the spirit, man. Just a rant. It's disgusting. And I mean, yeah. King David went through thousands of them, didn't he? Of men. How much how much more, hey, some little women, man. You down? Hey, man. I can't wait, man. I'm gonna leave it at that, because I don't wanna, you know, change the spirit, man. But with that, a Eve time is coming, man. Just a little bit while longer, fellas, and we will see the downfall of our enemy, man. The hell with Eve. We ain't got no problem calling you sister if you act like that. We loved y'all more than you will ever know, Eve. You know, it was nothing that we wouldn't have did for y'all, hell. And we loved y'all so much that we went against the Lord for you. You understand me? And got all messed up about it. Now, hey, things have changed, man. We done came back to the Lord, and we're not going to be put in this situation again for worshiping you, man. All right, we done worshiped you just because of how you looked, man. Something that the Lord had created, you know. Now, really just feminine looking men, you know. And I mean that. Especially without that makeup on, a woman will look, you know, she got her body part, so you'll be able to tell a little bit, you know, that she's different. But other than that, man, most of these damn black women, they'll look like niggas if they take all that stuff off. Make no mistake about it, you know. And we really don't care because we know that they're women, man, and we're gonna deal with them anyway. So all this stuff is just extra. It's just ridiculous, and I'm tired of it, man. But with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Shalom.